Good evening, my dark and lovely souls. My name is Lenny Graves, and tonight I am going to use this unassuming deck of bicycle playing cards, neatly shuffled, to channel the spirits of the universe to tell you how to improve your relationships. Now, when I say relationships, most people, especially in tarot, because we all come here usually because we have broken hearts or love, is a lot of it. This is not just love. This could be your friendships, your family ships, as I sometimes say, your relationships with your mother, your father, your brothers, sisters, all that kind of good stuff, your boss, your coworkers. As souls, we all have our own energy that we put off. We have our own vibes and stuff like that. And I think we all want to kind of put our best vibe forward, instead of our best foot forward. And even if we're wicked and dark people, right, we still want to have the best version of ourselves projecting. And we want people to typically vibe well with us. At least I do. I think that life's much better when everybody is like copacetic and happy and all of that kind of good stuff. So what you can do in your relationships, my dark and lovely souls, is, well, heed a little bit of advice here. Maybe we'll show you some things you might not even thought about yourself. Because sometimes if you're like me, maybe this, it takes what resonates for you. It's a general reading on the internet, but maybe you were brought here because, like I said, sometimes we don't like to see things about ourselves that we could improve, and we just need an outside force to blow us in the right direction, right? We become a completely new person. With the Four of Clubs, which is the Four of Wands, the Six of Diamonds, which is the Six of Pentacles, and the Ten of Diamonds, which is the Ten of Pentacles. My dark and lovely soul, are you a wild child? Do you like to have a good time? Do you like to party? Are you fun? Are you clever? Are you witty? Are you sexy? Are you all those kind of good things? But are you a little bit too wild sometimes? Are you a little bit too inclined to party? The vibe I'm getting from the cards is improve your relationships. Maybe chill a little bit. Maybe a little bit more on the homey side, if that makes the homey side, on the home side. That makes sense. Pull it back in a little bit and give off more of not a domestic vibe. I don't think that's the best, but you get some earth energy. Ground yourself a little bit. And focus on like the home. I get maybe a vibe more so than most. Maybe this was a problem in family or something that maybe you haven't neglected. Maybe you've been focused a little bit too much in the work side versus the family side. That doesn't necessarily have to be the case if that doesn't resonate. But the way the cards lay, I'm going to pull a couple clarifiers really quick. So I got the Two of Hearts, and then I've got the Eight of Diamonds. Yeah, my dark and lovely soul, which is the Eight of Pentacles. Make sure that your heart's in the home, because like you can be working too much, and it doesn't necessarily just mean like working for money. Like you can have a passion or a project that really drives you, and make sure that that passion or project that's driving you, that love, that desire, whatever it is, a home is where your heart is, but your heart is your home too. Sometimes I think that spiritual place, that centering place, I hope that resonates with you. I think you'll understand what I mean. Don't lose sight of that, and keep your heart in that place, if that makes sense, versus like just so fiery and out and grounded and all these kind of places. This will radiate out from you, and it'll just improve all your relationships. Again, I get this is way more of kind of like a home and hearth vibe than other places per se on this reading in particular. But remember to balance, ground your other energies. You don't have a problem with your creative fire. You don't have the problem with the intellectual air. You don't have the problem with the emotion in your heart. But what I see the problem might be that you need to work on is keeping yourself like grounded, if that makes sense, or common if it does. And that's not a bad thing per se. Just maybe like you're a dreamer, or you're a little flighty sometimes. I know I am. But working on grounding yourself, and also especially I think at home, making sure that your home's tended to, will lead you into places that are just going to lead you to better vibes in your relationship. And it's overall just going to give you a more happier vibe in your life. And that's really just the sense I get from this. Again, do not look at this as any kind of criticism on the kind of person you are. It's not intended to be that way. Everybody has their own like ups and downs. You're not a bad person at all. I don't get that vibe at all. You're not neglecting anything so much. Just remember you can be neglectful, but not be neglecting, if that makes sense, right? Like you can be an awesome father, but maybe not a super mega awesome father at the same time. There's always a room in any aspect of our life to push a little bit more My really strong vibe is you're really got your life covered, maybe sometimes in career and grounded stuff. Make sure you don't lose sight of pushing in your home, if that makes sense. And that could even be like, it doesn't necessarily have to be love. Maybe you're like a student living at home with your mom and your mom's been an asshole to you and stuff like that. Go bake her a pie or something like that. And you never be happy, or such a stupid example. But you get what I mean. Or maybe at work, you missed it. You've been too focused and you haven't thought about maybe employee feelings or something like that. Just keep yourself grounded to that home vibe, and it'll really take you to places, and people are just going to dig it, and it's going to open up your aura. And again, not a criticism. It's not something that's going to be difficult for you to do. Just be mindful of it, and you'll be amazed what will happen there. I hope that resonated for you, my dark and lovely soul. Again, it's an unusually kind of broad reading, but at the same time, just remember you're made up of all four energies. Sometimes you're lacking that earth stability energy in certain aspects. Grasp that, make sure you've got it, and you'll see the rest of your relationship. Everything will just be wonderful and happy. So I hope that resonated for you. You can find me at the Lenny Graves here at TikTok. You can also find me at Dysfunctional Enlightenment on Facebook and YouTube, where I do longer cards and pick a card readings and stuff like that. I'm a tarot card reader, astrologer, psychic medium. I do a lot of fun stuff. I really hope to see you there, and have a great night, my dark and lovely soul.